shoot, car won't start.
What a sinking feeling. So you've been out having fun. Maybe you went for a little hike, did a little mushroom hunting. Maybe you've been fishing. You're miles from nowhere. You come back to your car and this happens? Well, there's another little tool you can put in your kit that'll bail you out in this situation.
Okay, got the green light.
So this is the Wagon brand Ion Boost V8 Torque. It's their latest jump starter for your car using a lithium battery. And it says on the box here, it says 5-liter gas or 3-liter diesel, but this is incorrect. They sent papers with it that says this is actually good for 6-liter gas and 4.5-liter diesel. It's actually been tested up to 7.5-liter gas and 6-liter diesel, and it actually managed to start that. However, there is a larger model of that, so if you've got the bigger engine, you're going to want to go with the V10 model. The thing I like about this is it just fits right in your glove box, so you can always have it handy. And being lithium, it'll hold a charge at full charge for a long time. However, you do want to check it periodically. Let's see what's in here. First of all, we've got the unit itself, and it's got 2 USB ports on it, and one is a high-speed charger and one is regular. It's got a flashlight here that's got 3 positions on it. It's a high beam and a medium beam and a strobe. You have to hold the button down to get it to come on. That's so you don't accidentally discharge it. Oh, it actually puts out an SOS. Cool. There's the button right here. Here's the input for charging it. And the tech specs right there. Over here, we've got the charging cable, USB-C charging, so it's fast charging. And we've got the hookup here that goes to your battery. And this is short protected, and it's reverse polarity protected. You can't screw this up when you hook it up. They've built all that into it. That's really nice. And these look to be very substantial. What else we got here? Cigarette lighter adapter, so you can charge this off your cigarette lighter in your car. One of the things I like about it is that I mentioned that you need to make sure to charge this regularly. I mean, just to make sure that it's going to be there for you in case you need it. But the thing that makes that easier is the fact that you can use this to charge your phone or your notebooks and things like that. You can charge it off of this. It has 31 watt hours. So that makes sure that if you're using this regularly, then you're always going to have it charged, aren't you? So this makes a nice little power pack for recharging your phone. Cool. That's within the case. Let's get down and try this thing out. In a previous video, I showed how to check your car engine out and check your car out before you even leave on a road trip, and I'll put a link to that right here in case you want to watch that. And in another video I showed you the toolkit that I carry with me all the time, just a simple toolkit, something you could put together that you should have with you, especially when you're out by yourself like that. I'll put a link to that one right here, somewhere up there. And I also did a video where I showed an emergency toolkit that you should have with you. And I'll put a link to that here too. These are things that if you're leaving on a vacation and you like to go to remote areas like we do, these are things you should have along with you. And having that car starter is something that I'll always have in this car. I've always had one. Now I got this one that just fits in the glove box. So let's see how that one works. Okay, what I've done is I've disconnected the battery, and don't you do this at home. But I want to give this a good test. Now, I got that power bank about 6 weeks ago and I fully charged it, and I haven't charged it since. Plus, I've been playing around with it. And we'll just see how it does on this car, just using just the unit itself and not the battery at all. As you can see, I've got the negative cable disconnected here. You connect the positive cable first. Then you connect the negative. To disconnect this, you disconnect the negative first and then the positive, just the opposite. Okay, we've got a connection. So this has a green light on it and a red light. And this green light says start, and the red light says error. And if they're both flashing together, it means you got a bad connection. So all I had to do was improve the connection to ground, and then I got a solid green light. So if the green and the red are flashing together like this, it means that you've got a bad connection. With a solid connection, you'll only get the solid green light. It means you're ready to go ahead and start your car. Let's see if it starts. All right, that's one start. Nice strong one. Let's do it again. Nice strong start again. After 90 seconds, you get a solid green and a solid red, and the power unit shuts off. That's to prevent this unit from back charging off of your battery. It's a safety measure, and it also protects the integrity of the Ion Boost V8 here that I've got. All you need to do is disconnect it and hook that up again, and away you go. Okay, Linda, try it again. Okay, we got a good strong start again. Okay, off. It's just a matter of getting good connections. But if you look down here, you can see how tiny that connection is that I'm actually hooked to. It's little. Very hard to get if you got a just different kind of battery, especially with top studs, it's going to be a lot easier for you. But I'm making this work. It's working fine. And then this up here is not a particularly good ground, evidently, because it keeps sparking on me. But it's working. Notice I've got a solid start here. So I'm going to have Linda start it again. Okay, Linda, again. Another good strong start. Now this is entirely off of this. We're not using the battery at all. You can see here, this is disconnected, this negative terminal here. Let's do it again. Okay, Linda, again. Yeah, I think it did pretty darn good. Now, what I had before this was a Stanley Fat Max, and I had it for years. I bought the smaller one, I think is an 800 amp starting capacity or something like that. And you know, they're big and heavy. It's got a tire pump, an air pressure or an air pump in it at the same time. But I have an air pump that came with my slime tire repair kit anyway, so I still got a tire pump on the car that plugs into the cigarette lighter. But the thing was that Stanley Fat Max was big, and I had the small one. I had purchased it for a 6-cylinder car that I had before, and it would barely start this V8. Now, Stanley Fat Max, they make a bigger one, but now it's really big and heavy and cumbersome. This fits in your glove box. You're always going to have this with you, whereas that Stanley Fat Max, I only put it in the car when I was going on a trip because it took up so much room. This is really compact and handy, so I like this. So on the cables themselves is a nicely made tag. It's not paper, it's weatherproof, so it's going to stay on here. That shows you exactly how to hook the unit up. And then on the other side, it has error messages. So whatever blinking light you're getting or whatever, it's going to tell you. Like right here it says, solid green is ready to jump start. Now I want to recharge it. All right, that's the input on it. It's a USB-C, so it's a fast charge. And I'm just putting the adapter, oops, just putting the adapter here in the cigarette lighter. You can also recharge your phone off of it. It's got 2 terminals there. So while this is a 1 amp and this is a 2.1 amp here. So I'm just going into the fast charge, the 2.1 amp, and then I'm going right into the USB-C right here. And that's it. Now, I would want to do this while I was driving. I wouldn't want to leave this on the car charger or on the car battery like this, sitting in camp like this. You just want to be sure you get out of here, right? So I would do this while I was driving again. Or you can just recharge it off a USB at home. And on solar panel, we'll just see how long it takes to recharge. Now it's got these 5 lights on here. And look, I still had a lot to go. I did 7 or 8 starts on my car, but look, I was only down to, well, if this is 5, I still had 3/5 left. This thing would still have started my car maybe another half a dozen times. You got plenty of juice in here to get your car going. It took it about an hour and a half to reach full charge from where it was. Well, I think it worked really well. And it's definitely something you want to have along, and it'll be in my car from now on. But the only problem I had with it wasn't a fault of the unit itself. I had a problem getting a connection on my side terminal battery. But I was able to do it. I just had to play with it a little bit. And the unit did show you when you had a good connection or not, because it's got the start and the error lights right here that tell you about that, whether you've got a good connection or not. When you've got a good connection, you get a solid green light. So you just play with your connections until you got them good and tight. If I was going to change anything, I might lengthen this negative strap a little bit longer, so it would have been easier for me to reach a better ground, I think. But the way it is, I was able to do it, and I'm happy with that. We wouldn't have been stranded out here in the middle of nowhere, miles from service of any kind. There's nobody here but us. So I think this fills the bill just fine. I recommend it highly.